Makeup leaky, even though you can't see me. Had some drinks, I'm so tipsy, climb the top, you can't reach me. Welcome to my show, my name is Steph. I'm about to talk some shit, so come fuck with me. Come sit on my couch, I'm about to run my mouth about the shit I done seen. I'm not trying to be mean, but y'all be looking a mess. Welcome to my show, Storytime with Steph. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Storytime with Steph. I'm your girl, Steph, also known as Gangstaspice. Follow me on Instagram at Gangstaspice or at Storytime with Steph. And I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but we have a website, okay? Storytimewithsteph.com. Check it out. Let me know how you feel. Put some feedback in the little contact box. I figured that if I came back with a full-time job and a JD, y'all wouldn't be mad at me. But if you're mad, take it up with God, because God did that. You might not be able to tell, but I was born and raised in the church. Born and raised in a good old Haitian Baptist church. We had church service all day, and then they had the nerve to have church at night. Let me give you some background. I remember I was in 2nd grade, and my teacher, she gave me a little, doctor kit. You know, with, the stethoscope and, some Band-Aids. I don't know, whatever they put in the little kits, right? It was Christmas, and she was telling my parents, she was telling my mom, she was like, oh, Stephanie's so smart. And one day she's going to be a doctor. And here I am, 6-year-old me, interrupting grown people having conversations. I'm going to be a lawyer when I grow up, but thank you. 6-year-old me, I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. And then once I figured out what the little capitals were and where the laws were created, I was just like, all right, the natural next step is going to be DC. When I turned 18, I moved to DC. I don't even know when I'm about to leave. I was trying to go to California, but I don't know. Y'all got droughts, it's dry. So I was working at 2 big firms for 6+ years. I had some mentor-like women at my job who I would confide in, and I would just tell them my dreams. You know, we would tell each other our dreams, manifest, empower each other, because that's what real queens are supposed to do. And, whole time, attorneys are telling me, you shouldn't even be interested in going to law school. Don't do it. Stay in IT. IT is where it's at. And I'm just like, excuse me, didn't you just win a multi-million-dollar case? And you telling me that fixing computers is where it's at? Okay, so then I'm doing my job really well. I'm getting certifications, I'm getting accolades. That was the goal, to be there and then also be taking night class. So I was focused on the LSAT, and I still don't know to this day, I took it 3 times. I couldn't even tell you what I learned or what I was supposed to learn or what I was supposed to get out of that whole LSAT experience. I mean, I don't know. I deleted the gram. I deleted my Snap. I'm about to murder this exam and be right back. I've been studying and memorizing shit. Took this test 3 times and this is it. If I don't score well, then it wasn't meant to be. I'm tired of stress about this LSAT. Okay, so I was just like, all right, it's cool. My grades are great. My work experience is great. All I need is a few great recommendation letters and I'm in. So I asked one of my mentor-like women, I asked previous professors, for the academic references, but I wanted a reference from the workplace so that they know that, I'm out here doing my thing, So I hit up one of my mentor-like women, hey sis, can you write my letter of recommendation so that I could get into law school, right? And she's like, of course, girl, I'm rooting for you. And I asked her months in advance, every little bit. She could work on a sentence every day and still have it done before whenever it was time to send it out. But so I had everything submitted by October, and law school is rolling admissions, so they gonna review it as soon as you complete it. And the last day to have it completed is February. November, December, January. 3 months go by, and then I get an email from one of the schools hey, are you still interested in applying? Because we haven't received your finished application. Weeks before the deadline. I'm thinking in my head, oh my God, wait. So when she asked me to put that weekly reminder on her calendar, she still needed reminders? She was getting reminded every week for 3 months, and she still didn't do it? Not the same mentor who knows exactly how important it is for me to get into law school. Not that mentor. Not the same mentor who I shared all my hopes and dreams with every single workday. Not that same mentor. I remember I called my mom just crying, oh my God, Mommy, she doesn't really like me. She doesn't, just all this. And then my mom was just sometimes you just have to think. Why would she write you a letter of recommendation? So that one day you could be her boss? You know, you don't want to hear things like this, but it's just like, no, yeah, you're right. And then she got a follow-up. Did she even go to college? Think. I'm just like, all right, okay. Whew. All right, Mom, heard you. She read me to filth, but like sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just need a reality check. And I got that reality check really quickly. And then once I got that reality check, I called one of my big dog lawyer friends and he wrote me an exceptional letter of recommendation. And you know, I submitted that and it was submitted before she submitted hers with 3 months notice. So here I am receiving all of these waitlist and rejection letters and it didn't sit right with my spirit. Like, wow, we don't want to see other people progress, so we gonna stop them? Is that what we doing? We being the weapons formed against people so that they don't prosper? Is that what we're doing here? Is that what's happening? Like a month after that happened, I needed a change of scene, so I changed the scene. And this is really petty, but when I put in my 2 weeks, she started crying, and I was just like, So I got a little raise at a different law firm. So I started working there and it was instant love. Like, okay, this is exactly where I need to be. I'm gonna work here. So I went through the whole application process all over again with fresh recommendation letters, fresh everything, because you know the data ain't the same. And then submitted everything, left it to God. I'm not trying to be out here waiting for the mail, waiting for an email, waiting for nothing. So me and my bestie, we went to Coachella. So we out here living our best lives in Coachella Valley. I got an email and it was just like, congratulations, you've been accepted. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to law school. I'm out here finding out that I'm going to be starting my law school career. I found out while I'm out here turning up in the desert out here in California, just living my best life. Like, can't nobody stop me. You know, matter of fact, boom. And that gave me the confidence to drop Storytime with Steph. I was just like, I mean, since we got dreams out here coming true. Since I dropped Storytime with Steph, July 4th of 2017, my voice has been heard in countries I have yet to visit. I don't even know where some of these countries are. Like, I was really looking at the map like, oh my God, there too? Like, I really appreciate all the love that y'all giving me. Y'all probably don't even know what I be talking about, but y'all hear me. Like, I'm crossing all racial lines. I'm crossing oceans, rivers, lakes, everything, you name it. I'm here. Y'all listening, and I appreciate that. Like, I really love y'all. Shout out to the love that y'all give me. I get the most spins in Washington. Shout out to DC, okay? Shout out to Mo and M, Mountain View, California, and Alexandria, Virginia, okay? Our top countries. This is really what really did it for me. I need to take a screenshot of this map just so that y'all can see it. So the top 10 countries that are listening to me on the regular, that's showing me mad love, that I love mad back. And then when the world opened back up, that's exactly where I'm going to be. Like, we going to pop up and do some things when the world is safe. So Brazil, Germany, Russia, Japan, Ireland, Spain, United Kingdom, Vietnam, Canada, and the United States. That's so crazy. I've only been to the US. And law school, oh my God, I have to do a whole something dedicated to the law school struggle because it is a struggle. You definitely struggling for like 70% of it. The first few years of law school was rough only because I was balancing my job and it was like my job wasn't hard, but it was just like time consuming. Like I had to do a lot of things and I was the closer too. And then like I was getting a lot of overtime, but like also I was missing classes because of the overtime. So it was really becoming an issue. Long story short, I found out that one of my coworkers was getting paid a few thousand more than me, and like I had the degree, had the certifications, and I was the go-to person. So I was just trying to figure out like, why? If I'm the best on the team, then why am I getting less? And I said it during my review. And then my supervisors, like they got mad at me. They was just like, how do you even know this? And I was just like, because he told me. What? Y'all getting mad at me for getting my facts straight. They did a whole little investigation as to what's the market standards based on XYZ, numbers, elements, square root of some things. And the way that they handled that, I knew that this wasn't the firm for me. Because here I am being the first Black woman in this position, and you gonna sit here and do that? I'm out here breaking barriers, but then you gonna try to play me? Okay, got you. And that's when the exit plan commenced. I didn't leave for a whole year, but can you imagine saving for a whole year just so you could leave in style? That's what I did. I made sure every few months I was buying extra clothes, extra shoes. I bought my scanner, printer, little home office equipment. Like, I was getting ready. I was still smiling in everyone's faces, still fixing everyone's computer, like, okay, because I'm a professional. But the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when, you know, I had a paper due. It was worth 70% of my grade. And then my supervisor goes and sends my colleague to New York the same week where I said I'm going to need extra help. How's he going to help me in New York? We don't care. We don't care about my grades, huh? Because y'all already told me y'all don't care about my classes. Oh, so I have to fix all the issues, huh? But don't get all the pay? Huh? And then, so they sent my colleague to New York on Friday. And then I came in on Monday. And at 3 o'clock that Monday, I put in my resignation. Y'all already don't pay me enough. So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, no way am I going to sit here and work on someone else's dream and have my academics suffer. I ain't never failed a class. Thank God I ain't never failed a class. God is so good I ain't never failed a class. Because I've been so close. God knew that ain't nobody paying for no extra classes. Ain't nobody about to retake no classes, okay? I'm not doing that. And so I didn't have to do it. I sent the email. The subject is today. Good afternoon, all. Please accept this letter as my formal notification that I am resigning from my position as I've left my keys and laptop on my desk. My last day will be today. Thank you for this opportunity. Stephanie. As soon as I submitted that email to HR and everybody CC the supervisors and the supervisors' moms, then I got a call real quick from my supervisor. He was just like, Stephanie, like, it's customary to give 2 weeks notice. And I was just like, well, I don't have 2 weeks. So, like, is there anything else you need from me? Okay, great. Bye. Epi, that's it. And then once I left the office, because peep game, I had already picked up my stuff on Friday. I knew that I was leaving on Monday, so I had already packed all my stuff. Like, all I had to do was pick up some pictures, sent the emails, picked up my pictures, walked out. I didn't look back. And then I went straight to the school. And then I saw my professor. She saw me writing away on my paper, and she gave me an extension. And that's the only reason why I passed that class. I called my dad shortly after I quit. And then he was like, wait, so you quit your job without a job? And I was like, Daddy, this is what freedom feels like. Like, I've had a job since 16. I'm ready to be unemployed. I'm ready to do whatever God wants me to do. God don't want me to work right now, though. He told me that. I know my supervisor and the supervisor's supervisor and the CIO was probably dogging me out. And okay, it's fine because I'm a Juris Doctor now. The Gangstaspice quote of this episode is, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Yes. Thank you, sissy. Matthew 7, verse 7. I have this verse on my wall, and I've had it ever since I started law school. It's the reason why I act the way I do. I know that God got me, so that's why I act a fool. That's my testimony, and the doors of the church are open. Let the church say amen. Mm-hmm. Let the church everybody say